Alright guys, we're out here today at the Woollahra homestead. We've got the Retreat Escape behind me, a 16-foot single axle hardtop with a massive outdoor living, as well as those internal luxuries, including separate toilet shower, dinette seating, and a massive bed. Now let's not talk about it, let's jump over here and have a look. On the front of the Retreat Escape, we've got the DO35 Cruisemaster coupling, your ARC 750 jockey wheel with our drawbar bayonet if you bring that barbecue along. Got a drawbar tap, a big front toolbox with 2 jerry can holders, 2 9-kilo gas bottle holders, our diesel tank for our diesel heater, as well as a bit of storage. The front end we've also got our window protection and front window. Alright guys, now if you love being outdoors, check out this setup. 4.8 metre awning, huge pantry setup with slide out drawers. We've got a TV that's brought from inside to outside. We've got 4-burner gas cooktop with massive prep area so you can cook those massive meals up. Sink, as well as a 95-litre fridge freezer. What more could you ask for? Underneath the Retreat Escape, we've got 2 120-litre water tanks and 80-litre grey. With the suspension, we have the Lovells springs and shocks, the Japanese Koyo bearings, off-road brake magnets, and we do a laser wheel alignment before it leaves the factory. On the rear, we've got a bit of storage, as well as good for your awning winder and anti-flap kit. Moving around, we've got the dual spare wheels and bike rack holder rated up to 30 kilos. On the opposite side of the van, we have the JAWA kick-ass outdoor shower tent, as well as outdoor shower. We've got our water fillers and grey water flush out, our 240-volt inlet, plenty of lighting on this side too, as well as plenty of big windows to get that ventilation inside. Underneath, we've got the Truma Aquago instantaneous hot water, mains water inlet, as well as a bit of storage as well, so you don't have to take those camping mats inside after using them. And your generator or barbecue slide out. Alright, before we jump inside and have a look at all these internal features, you'll see we have a full screen security door, which is midgie proof. Now let's jump inside and have a look at all the internal luxuries. If you find you do have to retreat to the internal of this hardtop, you'll find you've got a massive bed up the front here, 110-litre fridge, 2-burner induction cooktop, sink, and a dinette area. Now this dinette also collapses down, so if you do find that you've brought along the fur baby, the child, the grandchildren, you've got another bed here. Alright guys, we can see now in the Retreat Escape there is open plan living. Up on the roof here, we've got our skylight, Dometic dust reduction system, our Webasto Cooltop Trail 24 aircon, got internal speakers as well, LED lighting, as well as up above us on the roof we've got 600 watts of solar. Alright, now the Retreat Escape does have the separate toilet shower, so jump inside here and have a look at this massive ensuite with your wet and dry area. The Retreat Escape has a generous amount of storage with overhead lockers, under sink storage, as well as under bed storage as well. The drawers are quite deep for this under bed space. Okay, now let's talk about a few of the other features standard in the Retreat. We've got our 2 Ranger fans, as well as reading lights, 12-volt and USB sockets. We've got our TV bracket for when the TV's internal. Up the top here we have the Furion head deck unit, as well as our eBuspatcher diesel heater controller, our Truma Aquago instantaneous hot water controller, our Enerdrive inverter display, as well as our ePro battery monitor display. Underneath the seat here is where our Enerdrive 2 200 amp BTEC batteries are. So we've got 400 amps of lithium, a 3000 watt inverter, and a 100 amp AC charger. But let's take a better look at that gear outside. So I want to talk about the 12 volt setup in this van. We have used the highest quality product, so we've used a full Enerdrive 12 volt setup here. So let's talk a little bit about the batteries to begin with. We have two 200 amp lithium batteries standard in this. Enerdrive use A grade cells, and these are installed in-house at our workshop once the van arrives to us. These batteries can be monitored through their Bluetooth app, but they are also monitored through the ePro, which we'll get into a bit down the line. They do have their flat battery reset, as well as you can use the charger to kickstart these if they do run flat. Along with having this two 200s, we have a 3000 watt 100 amp inverter charger. So with having such a big inverter and a lot of battery power, you can run your aircon while you are off grid, as well as other products. So you've got up to 3000 watts. This is a pure sine wave inverter. And when you are charging the van, this charger will charge the van up to a max 100 amps an hour. So if you do happen to run flat, 400 amps, we'll be charging these back up to full in 4 hours, which is great if you are on the road. It's little time using the Jenny, whereas other manufacturers are using small 25 amp charging and 35 amp charging, and you'll be out there for hours trying to recharge so you can use your fridge and stuff again. With all these products, you'll see here, there is a 5-year warranty on all this Enerdrive gear installed by us, as well as lifetime tech support. So if you do find yourself with a question, you can pick up the phone, contact the Enerdrive techs, contact us at JAWA, or even jump on the Enerdrive Facebook group. Plenty of people asking questions in there, as well as getting helpful tips and tricks for their Enerdrive setup. Moving on, there is 600 watts of solar on the roof, and that's looked after by the MPPT solar controller. So all 600 watts regulates in that. We've added that as a standard feature, so that when we've got our DC to DC here, you can utilize the portable solar panels into the Anderson plug and plug another 600 watts. So you can have 600 watts from the roof and 600 watts plugged into the external Anderson plug, with a total of 1200 watts. What will also happen is the MPPT looking after the roof solar. When you choose to plug into your car to get back on the road, this will still take care of the roof solar, and this will then take care of the car. So you can be feeding up to a max of 40 amps at a time through the DC through your car input, and the solar will be looked after by the MPPT. And on a perfect day, we're probably looking around 29-30 amps coming in from that 600 watts. All this is then monitored by your Enerdrive ePro Plus. So there's a shunt where all your electrics is running through. The ePro Plus is going to give you a readout of your SOC, so your state of charge, so it's where you're sitting in the percentage. It'll show you how much you're pulling in or putting out basically. It'll add everything up, what's coming in, what's going out, and it'll give you a reading here. It will tell you how many hours you've got left if you are looking at using something in a high power supply. As well as, like I said, you can use the Bluetooth monitoring app to keep an eye on the batteries individually as well. So once again, here's your 12 volt Enerdrive setup. We haven't tried to skimp and save a few dollars. We've made sure you have the best products in your van, so you can be out on the road for a long time and know that you have peace of mind while off grid. And there we have it, the Retreat Escape. A 16-foot compact hardtop with separate toilet shower and internal cooking, a massive outdoor area, and a huge list of quality standard inclusions. If you'd like any further information on the Retreat, head to the website, send us an email, or pop in to one of our showroom locations.